Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. Why they got us cutting up? Woo. Why they got us cutting up? Woo. Why they got us cutting up? Yeah. Why they got us cutting up? Woo. Yeah. Who you know got a flow like this? Tell me who got a flow like God.
All right, everyone. We want to give a big, huge Cuttin Up welcome to the one, the only, the legendary, and a very good friend of mine. I have nothing but love and respect for this brother, and this ain't no cliche just saying this.
Yeah.
And he is our first guest on the show.
Yes.
We have a lot lined up, but I promise you that this one, at least to me and a lot of people, is going to be the most special guest.
Nice.
Oh yeah, King Kane.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the legendary Big Daddy Kane.
Yes.
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane.
King Kane.
What's going on with you, brother?
Everything is good, man. Everything is good. Yeah.
How you holding up, man, with everything going on? And I know you are not a person that doesn't stay moving. Ever since I've known you, you're always touring, you're always somewhere, always in demand, and now you're having to sit at home. How's that working?
I mean, I'm definitely used to being on the road and stuff, but it's cool. I got a little 7-year-old that's keeping me busy, and we have a lot of fun. So I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. I want to first of all, Mr. Wavy Jones here is a Long Island native. He played Biggie Smalls in our show Unsolved. He's also co-starring in a reprisal on Hulu. But this is the young fella I was telling you about. When I said your name, I mean he almost dropped his food. He was like Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
And he
What's
started.
going on, my brother?
What's happening, man? I was waiting for them to get they talks out, man.
right?
Say,
Yeah.
you Big Daddy Kane, right? Like,
And he's got goosebumps right now, man. Like,
Yeah, man.
That's
Actual
dope.
goosebumps. There you go. Yeah. He got his bracelets moving with his goosebumps.
Yeah, don't let Dom bait you, baby.
he already know. He already know. That's the king roaster.
Oh,
you
my
understand me?
Yeah.
King of the roast. Like y'all hear me joking stuff.
Yeah.
I don't play with Kane.
Nah, we went for hours.
I don't play with
for
Kane.
hours of it.
Kane will go around the table and shut everybody down, and you be like, "Damn,
Just let it go.
damn."
Just
What
let
do
it
I
go.
Your face up.
What do I say to that? I gotta.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Hey, you remember the little comedian cat that was in the movie with us?
Which one?
Country Voice.
In Love for Sale or Dead Heist?
Love for Sale. Love
Yeah.
for Sale.
Oh, we did 2 movies. I said 1. Yeah, Shorty.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Already know
I
what
thought I was the king of roasting until I went and It's like, remember he told the joke about X pills, about I guess accidentally having one, and it made him start looking into religion. I was like, damn, they must have gave you some Malcolm X then.
And
I
that
thought
dude,
I had them.
What?
You know, I used to have a gap in my tooth, and when
Yeah.
dude asked me, "Yo, so are you trying to have a missing tooth?"
Oh, no.
Yeah, man. I had to take my big ass to the dentist, man. Like in between 6 and 7-year-old kids getting braces put on, man.
yo, you know it's real when somebody crack a joke on you, and then soon after you make an appointment.
You gotta go get that
yeah,
joke.
yeah.
You gotta handle your
I was like,
business.
yeah, that'll be the last one about my teeth.
Yeah. You gotta be
That's
looking in the mirror.
funny.
That's the ones that cut deep when you find
Yeah.
yourself getting a new gym membership and stuff.
You remember what he said about chasing? He was talking about his hairline.
No, what he said?
He talking about something. Your hair look like a W. He talking about that. He's like, you just walk around throwing up signals every day, huh? Gosh, dang.
Roast session.
Yo, we sat there. I want to briefly talk about Dead Heist. I met Kane on the set of Dead Heist. It was the first time we met. And I remember because, it was for us, it was like, the 4 guys that we were playing, the 4 guys in the lead or whatever. And, we filmed this movie for about a month. And Kane was special. So, they ain't make him wait around and none of that stuff for days. They brought him in when it was time for him to work and took him out when he was done. With us, I remember we were sitting around and, he showed up And we didn't know, they didn't tell us. So we didn't, and he had a hat on when he walked by, so we didn't know who it was. We couldn't see his face. And he walked by, we were filming at a hotel, and he walked by the room. They're like, we got a VIP, we got to go get him. So we had to break for them to get him and bring him in. And we're sitting there, and he walks by. He has on like a crushed velvet purple, brim hat. It was fly though.
It was Kane. It was Kane though. It was Kane.
Like, cause he's got a way of dressing where it's like his casual is not very casual.
Right.
Like to us,
Yeah.
normal people.
Yeah.
So it's like it's some casual shit, and he still look fly. You know what I mean? And so he walks by. He's got his swag. He's walking past, and we like, well, who the hell is the VIP?
Right.
And you're like, why he getting all this treatment, man? Special treatment. They bringing him food and shit. We over here making $300. We can't even get no meal. But we later on we find out it's Big Daddy Kane. And so we're like, okay, that makes sense. He's way bigger.
And try not to geek when you see him like, oh snap, that's
Right.
You see Dom's unique way of sneaking jabs in.
Oh, they
It was
know.
slick. It was slick. He threw that
We
in.
know about that.
Last week he said something about my shirt.
Gun. He don't throw no knife, but he will, hit you with some spitball.
I'm the assassin. I'm like, normally people shoot, you fall on the ground and stuff.
Yeah.
When I shoot, you be like, am I good? Was that me?
I think I'm shot. I'm not
am I
sure.
bleeding?
I'm sure I'm working.
But no, so we're sitting there funny as hell, right? I didn't really know, because this is what was special about Kane for me. And I believe I told you this one of the times we were talking. But when I was younger, he was in this movie called Posse. And when he came onto the screen, he played Father Time. I never forget it. When I already had like an inkling that I wanted to, be in film and stuff like that. But I was a kid, so I didn't know how or anything like that. But when I saw him come over and he whipped that stopwatch out and he was Father Time, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want to do all movies like that dude.
That's dope.
He was the
That's dope.
coolest cat I had ever seen. And I had never seen black cowboys, you know what I mean? Even though we started Cowboys, but I found that out later. But I had never seen that. And then to see him come up and be Father Time, I mean, that was just so dope. But anyway, so I'm geeked out, right? First time meeting him, and we got to work together. I don't really know how to approach him, right? So I'm a little standoffish, not like in a negative way, but just like I don't know if I can get in his space. I don't want to like be annoying him and stuff. Like, hey, just want to talk to you. So we're sitting there and slowly, we're getting cool, because he was just super cool and open with all of us. And so one time we're filming in this old bank. It's gone now, but at the time it was a bank. And we didn't have no changing room. Kane did. So we got changed in closet.
There goes that spitball, Kane. He got you again. He got you.
No, it wasn't him. It wasn't Kane.
He got you.
It wasn't Kane's fault. So I'm new to film and stuff like that. That was like my first lead or co-starring role and my first movie outside of a little cheap crap movie I did. So I'm hyped. I'm like, I'm in Hollywood. We were filming on the East Coast, but I felt like I'm getting in now, right? And you've heard all these things about Hollywood and stuff like that. So at one point, Kane is in his dressing room, and he comes out, opens the door. He's like, "Yo, Dom," because you got that big, deep, sexy voice, and so he's like, "Yo, Dom, hey, come here, let me holler at you." And so I'm like, "Just me?"
Feel like you in trouble.
So I'm like, all right, yeah, it's kind of strange, but all right. I don't know how I should act or what I should do. So I get up, I go walking, toward the door. When I get to the door, so he's got 70s R&B playing, right? At the time, I didn't know his love for slow, the 70s, the old school, the real music, right? And so he's got that playing in the background. He's like, "Yo, come on in," and I'm like, I don't want to. What's happening right now? but I gave the benefit of the doubt. So I went in, he closed the door, and we had a phenomenal conversation. He starts breaking. That dude is an encyclopedia when you're talking about all the old school artists and the music, and you watch him just dive into it and breaks it down. And we've had that conversation more than once, but that's my funny Kane story, other than You remember Brandon Harden with the big nose? He was trying to crack, and then remember we had Crafty downstairs, and he was like, "Yo, B, you mind go get me one of them?" It was like a donut or something.
Yeah, no, it was a little Debbie. I'll never forget.
Yeah, you mind give me a little Debbie? And he was like, "You want me to walk all the way downstairs to get you?" He was like, "Nah, I want you to sniff it up here."
He's like, you know, you can pour them things up the stairs. I was like,
Yo, you talking about laughing is one of the coolest dudes I know,
cool.
man.
right.
So Kane, tell us, man. Tell us what you got going on, man. What are you working on? What are you dreaming up? What would you like to do coming out when things start to relax?
Yeah, what I'd like to do is get back to the norm, you know.
Indeed.
You know, I mean, 2020 was starting off smooth. It was starting off smooth.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say.
It was a setup.
Like, you know, it was like I was like Deontay Wilder at the top of the year, and then like, Fury just came out of nowhere.
Right.
You know? Like, damn, you know. But yeah, because I just got a role in this TV One movie,
Dope.
well, a lead role, you know, in that.
Oh,
and then also,
Congratulations.
a supporting role in one of the episodes of the new Power Book series. So,
oh wow.
Yo.
you know, this was all going on, and then I was also reading for something when everything just shut down, and it was like, all right, well, you know, we'll get back to that another time. So it's like everything just shut down, you know. Tour was coming up, and you know that's dead. From what I see, it looked like we have some dates, and I want to say September coming up. But I mean, you know, I'm not even sure I'm there yet. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm not just going to, you know, watch people go to, you know, to the beach and to the supermarket and feel safe. You
Right.
know?
Exactly.
Right. Me neither.
I want to see how things is going at the golf club and up in the House of
Yeah,
Representatives
exactly.
and all that
Yeah.
stuff, you know what I'm saying, before I
Smart.
start coming out, you know.
Yeah,
And even at that point, you know, call the promoter to the back door.
Indeed.
Come and see
Indeed.
me outside in the SUV, so you know I'm there.
That's it.
Give my manager that balance, and when it's time for me to hit the stage, from the SUV to the stage, I'm going to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Smart man.
Exactly.
Smart
That's
man.
I love
Smart.
my supporters and all that there, but I mean, you know, all the rest of that stuff, you know, like going out to meet and greet things, I'm not there yet. I'm just not.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
not there.
you know,
I'm
you're
not there.
I
smart.
don't blame you, Pop.
You smart, man. You're a national treasure, bro. We need you safe.
Oh yeah.
Right.
we need you
We
safe.
need our leaders, bro.
Yeah, and I saw Wavy's a really dope MC. He's making his way up. He's making noise. He actually allowed me the blessing to direct one of his music videos called Zombieland. I'll send you the link so you can check it out.
Please
But
do.
yeah, it's really dope. He's a really dope artist. He's not one of those artists that does like the fluff or the mumble rap.
Nice.
You can tell when he rhymes and makes music that he paid attention to the OGs, he paid attention to the legends, and he's trying to carry on more of that instead of just making crap music.
Yeah.
And we've had many different conversations about the state of, you know, hip hop today. And I thought, who better than to ask than somebody who has been a pioneer in hip hop and, you know, still relevant to this day, still getting it, still backflipping, all of that, still spitting bars.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yo, he
Yeah.
and when I tell you,
Bruh.
his rhyming, there's time, like, Kane, it's time for a new album or something,
Bruh,
bro.
right.
Yeah.
He's killing them still.
That's what's up.
Like that one he did for us in the back studio where he was talking about the guy that got shot on the way to the barbershop. I'll never forget about that, bro. That was one of the best moments, man.
You mean
Well-
Rob at the barbershop?
Yeah, Rob at the barbershop.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll never
Yeah.
forget about that.
Me and MC Light ended up making that a song. Like I told that
Oh,
verse,
really?
and she made one about a girl getting jealous of her, you know, getting too much attention in the club and trying to run up on her inside in the women's bathroom.
Oh wow!
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
dope.
I
I
gotta
gotta
hear
check
that.
that. Yeah,
'Cause that's my other homie. Yeah, I love MC Light.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what are your thoughts on hip hop today, and what do you think needs to happen to bring it back to, you know, you guys' era and the prime, like you and the Juice Crew? How like people don't get excited over artists anymore; they get excited over beats. But they don't.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to see it go back to my era. I want to see hip hop evolve.
Yeah.
I want to see a younger generation take it to a higher level. I mean, in the late 70s, early 80s, you had, Melly Mel, Grandmaster Caz, Kool Moe D, and what they was doing was amazing. And then by the late 80s, artists like myself, Rakim, KRS-One,
Right.
we took it to another level.
Yeah.
And then, almost a decade after that, here comes Nas, Biggie,
Yeah.
Jay-Z. They took it to another level.
Yeah.
And I mean, even after that, you got like, your Ludacris, Eminem, Jadakiss, they kept it evolving, So I just want to see a younger generation evolve with it, really. I mean, I did my thing, and I have a strong fan base that still support me to this day. So I'm cool. I don't need it to go backwards. I want to see it evolve where you have younger artists that's saying something, that the people want to hear, that they can relate to, that's changing their life, or something that they're dealing with or struggling with, that, that you're giving that message that affects them in a way, where like, this is what I needed to hear. You just put that battery in my back. This is what I need to hear. I want to see that happen, and, and it does, to me, it's like, where you going with it? I mean, like when you look at like mumble rap and all that good stuff, it's like, I don't knock nobody hustle, man. All I say is that, give everybody a fair chance. I don't like the fact that like you got an artist as great as J. Cole, and you may hear his song one time on the radio,
Right.
if that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But then someone else who, got a lot of negative stuff to say, their song is playing every hour
That's
on
right.
the hour.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I don't blame the artist. This is something I blame on a lot of the radio station program
The
directors.
program director.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I don't blame the artist, because I mean, back in my day, I mean, I'm not gonna bash, mumble rap, because I mean, back in my day, I ride around blasting da ha da ha. I thought rapping was dope. I thought the song was dope. It wasn't lyrical, but I thought the song was dope. Like as far as like you talking about like mumbling, I mean, it's like to this day, from the 90s to this day, I still don't know what the hell Chip Fool was saying from Push.
Good point.
But he had a dope style. He had
Right.
a dope, real fast style. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't knock nobody hustle or what they do. I mean, it's just that, I just think that there's a lot of positive artists that don't get the, proper promotion that they should receive, And I mean, I just think it's a bad thing because, too much negativity can be very influential, in the youth.
And where do you think because you bring up a very valid point. Where do you think the disconnect is as far as, because I've noticed the same thing, and like I said, Wave and I have talked about it with other friends, where it's, you have real artists who, because also SDOT, I can't leave SDOT out. SDOT is another MC but she's a real MC. She ain't a rapper. And so, somebody has something to say. And so you got those people today where, you used to get excited about, back in the day when somebody was dropping an album, they usually looked over somebody else's album drop and they looked over and go, okay, I don't want to do what they're doing. Right. I need to do something the opposite and better. Yeah. And then so it kept innovating and raising everybody up, because everybody was trying to outdo each other with, better and better content. And then in lyrical wise, it was like all full around. Now it's just more so, it seems like the guys with the dope beats and just saying whatever get more airtime and more airplay and take precedence over the real MCs. And what do you think where did that disconnect come in to where we're seeing?
Well, you got to understand, back then, hip hop was only seen as a culture. Back then, it was only seen as a culture, and this probably went on, from 1975 on up to 1996, maybe 95, 96, But then hip hop became an official music genre. And once that happened, a lot of things changed, because you got to understand that in a music genre, as dope as we think Marvin Gaye is, as dope as we think Luther Vandross is, they had writers.
Yeah.
And hip hop you wasn't an MC of someone else
right.
writing
You're
your
Right,
not
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Right. That's right.
But in a music genre, it's legal now because that's the norm in rock and roll, R&B,
Right.
jazz,
Right.
blues. Someone may have, written something for you, and you're just the artist saying it.
That's right.
So now it's legal to be a hip hop artist,
Yeah.
not a real MC. It's legal now. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
So and I mean, it's like, not saying, it's like, if that's what it is, say it. Yeah, I'm a hip hop
Be real
artist.
about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember what was the line Puff said? I don't write rhymes, I write checks.
checks.
Yeah. Legendary.
He kept it real.
Yeah.
He kept it
a buck.
Right.
So I mean, and once that change came about, now it's where like you didn't come from the streets battling dudes on the corner at block parties,
Yeah.
to get recognition. You just one day said, I want to be a rapper. And you threw the right color teeth in and
Hopped on
Had the
Instagram.
right beat.
kept it moving, and that's all fair game as an artist.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like, but MCs that actually, writing rhymes and
Right.
like do the right, but tell them to turn the mic on. Let me see what he really working with. MCs
Yeah.
is like that want to battle cast and whatnot and want to go for the juggler when y'all on the same show. I mean, I think that a lot of them, they don't really get the recognition, as a lot of the, the regular hip hop artists do, And then also another thing with what I'm saying is like, once hip hop became a genre, what we called biting became what a new generation called paying homage.
Touche.
Wow.
You're
You
right.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're like,
They
if
switched
you
it.
came out with a song in the 80s, they'd be like, yo, Dom Biting Kane.
Yeah.
You come out with a song right now, they're like, oh, yo, that's dope, man. Dom paying homage to
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
So we're not gonna hold you forever, man. I just want to thank you so much. I still plan to see you soon. And man, I mean, we're just grateful. Wavy Jones, this is your chance. This is one of the best to ever do it. And I quote, well, I can't remember the quote, but even Jay-Z, I heard Jay-Z say, Kane became my mentor and idol.
Oh yeah.
That's Jigga.
Yeah.
You got a chance to ask one question that you might want to know as an MC who's, moving through this right
In the
now and
future.
going up. What would that question be?
That's a great question.
Mic drop. Go
That I
ahead.
don't have. Let me stop. No, but what I really wanted to ask was, who are some of the artists right now that you have your eye on? Like,
Right.
this is actually dope. Like, I know you mentioned about the whole mumbling rap and all of that stuff, but who are a few artists that you actually look at and be like, well, this is dope right now?
I love J. Cole.
Yeah.
Shout out Vietnam.
For sure.
I love Rhapsody. I think that
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Female
And that
MC.
last project, yeah, man. I like Kendrick as well. That's all I can really think of offhand. I mean, there's others that I listen to. I guess that you would know. That's all I could think of offhand.
Okay. That's dope.
Oh, he gonna
And-
love Wavy and us.
Who's some that we wouldn't know?
Yeah, that we can look up.
What's this kid name? There's a kid from Virginia. I can't think of his name offhand. And I got my laptop in a way where I can't get to my iTunes. But there's a kid. He's real dope. It's like I can tell that he's like probably one of Jay-Z's biggest fans. Like his flow reminds me a lot of Jay-Z, but he got bars for days.
Yeah.
This kid is real. Like you can hear the hunger. You can hear the hunger in him.
I wonder if that's his dude that they just posted. Like he's been kind of going viral a little bit, and he sounds a
Like
lot
Jay-Z?
like.
Nah, he from Brooklyn though.
Oh, he's from Brooklyn.
he's
Okay,
It's
so
a
it's not
Virginia
him.
dude who I think, if I'm correct, used to be a basketball player.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to look him up.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta
Well,
find that name.
love you to death, brother.
Thank you.
We'll be talking about, we got some other things to talk about, so we'll continue talking about that. But thank you for being our first guest on here, man. You set the bar.
Oh, I
You
got
set the
another
bar high.
question.
We got one
We
more.
got another question.
Okay.
What was one of your songs that you didn't like that actually took off for you?
Good question.
Oh, good question.
That I didn't like.
That you didn't like. That you was like, and it ended up taking off for you.
I don't know. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, yeah, my very first single, Just Rhyming with Biz. The one with me and Biz, because it's like that wasn't a real song.
Yeah.
The song was, the A-side was a song called Something Funky. And, you know, just that night in the studio, me and Biz just, you know, did some freestyle stuff off the beat. And Marley played it on the radio, and that's what everybody wanted to hear.
Wow.
Instead of my actual song, you know.
Were you pissed off even when it got to its height, or did you just accept it and be like,
well,
okay?
When it took off, I just accepted it, because I mean, I wouldn't have had no deal if it wasn't for Biz. Biz is the one that got me signed. So I mean, okay, to share a song with Biz, you know, I was happy. I was like, that's not the one I wanted radio playing, but you know, if that's what it is, hey, that's cool. But then when I realized that everybody thought it was Biz's song and not mine, and you know, they assuming that, you know, when they book Biz, they're gonna hear the new Biz song with this new guy Kane on it.
Yeah.
And my black ass sitting home broke. Then I was pissed, you know?
So,
absolutely.
All right, with that, we're going to let you go. Like I said, love you to death. We'll talk soon. And
much respect to all y'all. I'm gonna send you an email with my new song coming out next week.
Shucks.
It's called Enough, and it's featuring Chuck D and
nice.
Stop it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we can't wait to hear that.
I'm gonna send you an email. I'm gonna email it to you in a few.
Okay, I appreciate you, bro. All right.
All right.
You.
Y'all be safe.
What he got is cutting up. Woo. What he got is cutting up. Woo. What he got is cutting up. Yeah. What he got is cutting up.